Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Command Time Podcast presented by the Fan Sports Report Network. Look, free agency is here. Big moves made by the Washington Commanders in the Adam Penis era. We got at least 12 signings we're about to go through, and probably some breaking news as we did with a couple later other pods and stuff. We're going to talk defensive ends. We're going to talk linebackers. We're going to talk about anything that has been done by the new regime. So buckle up. This is Command Time with Kayla, Caleb, and your boy, DT.
Five, four, three, two, one. Yeah, we ready right now. It's about time. I know it's about time. It's about time.
Welcome, everybody. This is Command Time with your boy Caleb and your boy DT. Kayla's going to be coming in a couple minutes. So this is the free agency edition of this podcast. Caleb, it's been a wild day in the NFL so far. We have a couple of signings to get through. Also, a couple outside signings we need to talk about dealing with the NFC East and also the NFL overall. But how you feel today, bro?
Feel pretty good. Pretty good. It's been a busy day, man. For this team. I think we have 13 new signings, something crazy like that.
13 new signings.
Yeah, they touched a little bit on everything too, on some of our needs. So Adam Peters kept his word. Said he's gonna supplement through free agency. He's gonna build through the draft. So most of our blue chip players is going to come from the draft. But if you can get a blue chip player out of the free agency, that's a win. That's for sure a win. So, I like everything that they did. Not everybody's going to love every signing, but I'll grade what Adam Peters did out of 10. I give him a 7. I give him a 7 for what he did today.
You give him a 7? Okay, I think that's I think it's decent. To me, what I like about what we have done so far has been, one, a lot of guys are fairly young. They're coming off rookie deals. You got guys that are like at least 25 to 27. That type of range for a player, they're about to hit their prime. Got guys that had solid contributions to their team, like Dorrance Armstrong, 16 sacks the last 2 years. Now today, with Jeremy Chin, a guy who, if Chase Young didn't have that crazy rookie year, he would have been defensive rookie of the year in 2020. We were having a whole conversation between him and Curl at the time, but he kind of fallen off a little bit of earth. But Frank Lulu, the guy that's also there as well, he's a guy that's very intriguing. But overall, I like what I've seen from this class so far. There's still some spots we might try to fill, but I'm just curious to see how it goes, but overall, it's been solid so far.
Yeah, pretty solid. I think out of all of them, Jeremy Chin one was really, really good. He's a little bit, I guess you could say he's a little bit different than Cam Curl, what you're looking for. He's good in the box, of course, but I think he's more athletic. He's damn sure more athletic than him. He's a hitter. Every safety, everybody, mostly in the secondary, they fit what Joe Witt and Dan Quinn are trying to do. They all want to be downhill, attacking the football. Forrest does that. Quan Martin does that. Jeremy Chin does that. So that safety trio a little bit, safety / corner trio, I kind of like it. And then he can blitz too. You can blitz Jeremy Chin. Same thing with the linebacker he added with Frank. How do you pronounce his name? So I don't mess it
Frank
up. Luvu. Uvu.
I heard some people.
Well, we'll come up with something. I don't know, but you can use him in that same attacking style. So yeah, I like what they did. I like what they did the past 2 days, and they're not done. I don't think they're done. I think they'll probably add 2 more pieces, and then they'll probably calm down.
Hey, what's up, Kayla? How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Just trusting the process, New front office doing their thing, doing what they said they would do, which is not be big spenders, but be smart spenders. And I'm loving that for us. We're being aggressive, but not making the big old splashy plays being aggressive. We're being aggressive in the positions in need to be aggressive in and bringing quality players at those positions. So I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. So far, about 12, 13 free agents. We wouldn't even sniff that, nowhere near that with Ron or any regime prior to Ron. So it's pretty refreshing.
Yeah. So, has any of the free agent signings that you have liked? What is your overall grade so far? I know it's kind of early in the show, but I just want to get a sense of what you think about it so far with some of the moves we made so far.
Yeah, so far, I think I'll give it a B. The only person I really wasn't too high on was the Mariota signing. But I can see why if they go the Jaden Daniels direction. People keep saying that's what the direction they want to go in, with comparing Mariota to another athletic quarterback that can also throw. But I don't know if that's what they were thinking, because I've also was told that they was looking at Sam Darnold, who wouldn't fit. I don't think a Drake May or a Daniels to me. So I'm not quite sure, but that was one that I was really questionable about, because I still had I still had hope for Sam Howell. Like, I still think he could have been a quality backup. But if we get like a third round pick, that may help this team, because we're trying to build through the draft. But if it's like a fourth or fifth round pick, I don't think Marcus was the best free agent option out of the vets. I don't think he's like that. I haven't seen him be a leader for real, honestly. Like, he's been around for a while, but there's been points and times when, like when he was in Atlanta, even though they wasn't doing too well, he ended up quitting on his team. That's not really a leader. Like, he hasn't really flashed in a few years. So that's one move that I was pretty much questionable about. But I like everybody else we picked up. We picked up a solid guard. So Cosme, pretty much the interior is taken care of with the center. We just got to worry about the tackles in the draft, which I think we're going to tackle that first pick and maybe get a weapon with that second pick in the second round. Like either a big wide receiver if one is still there, or a tight end, and get a tackle with that first pick. I think that's a smart direction. I think they building a defense through free agency and offense through the draft.
Yeah, the Mariota thing, don't look too deep into that though, Kayla. They just because they got Mariota doesn't mean they're getting Jaden Daniels, because we asked for Sam Darnold, and
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, so I'm just letting everybody else know that's watching this. Just don't think too deep into that. I mean, it's okay. I don't really. I mean, he's backup quarterback is still important in this league, but out of all the ones, like, I'm really, really, really want to know what that guard signing was like. Arrighetti.
Aragati.
Yeah,
Yes.
Arigati. So I don't know if he's starting. Don't know if he's
I
depth.
think he can beat Wiley out at guard.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see.
That means you would have to get the right tackle.
Yeah, that means you have to get a right tackle and a left tackle. So
Yeah.
I prefer to put Luke. I prefer Lucas for cheap.
So I get that. So if you're going to go that route, and
But I think they get Tyron Smith.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That would mean more like, okay, you would have to kick the tires on Tyron for like just a year, because he's not the future. He's 30.
Max.
He's had
2-year max. Yeah,
I don't
no
know
more than
about
2.
that. No, I think it just be one and done. To me, just me.
I would
just think 1 year, hold down the left side, then the next year you draft your left tackle of the future. But then if you're talking about moving Wiley, which to me, I wouldn't be surprised if Wiley's still at right tackle, to be honest with you. I mean,
Well,
how y'all?
For me,
I'd rather have a rookie next to Cosme.
That's yeah, I agree. You're gonna have to put him at left guard. You're gonna have to put him at left guard, but I would sign Tyron Smith 1 year, 25 mil. I'm not giving him more than 2 years, especially not at his age and the amount of games he's played the last 2 years. I'm just not doing it. It's a situation for the bookend tackles that's going to.
What about a Mekhi Becton? If we picked up a Mekhi Becton, how would you?
I take him. I put him on. If you get Mekhi Becton, I'm putting him on the right side. It's not even a question. I'm putting him on the right side. I'm not putting him at left tackle. Put him at right tackle. Put him at right tackle, and he's not a great or elite at pass blocking, but he's at least really good at something. I would take that in an offensive lineman. If you're not that good in pass blocking, if you're a good run blocker, I would take you on my team. At least you're really good at something. And Mekhi Becton is a good run blocker, so you can run to his side, and you have Sam Cosmi and Mekhi Becton on that right side. I'll live with that.
I mean, every player can't be great at everything. Like every player can't be perfect. So
yeah,
you gotta take the good with the bad, and if you do that, then you look for the left tackle with that second round pick. Well, I think we get tackle, second round pick, regardless.
Yeah.
This is kind of early. So the question I want to ask is, okay, so we're talking about the right tackle and Wiley. If you're trying to move him to left guard, that means obviously you're drafting a right tackle, but how many right tackles are in this draft? I mean, I know about Tyler Guyton. We know Fuga is arguably the best out of the group. He's probably, basically top tackle. I mean, wherever you rank him, but you got him and Marius Mims, the young guy from Georgia. Like, it's kind of scarce at that position. That's what I'm thinking. Unless you want to put a guy and make him be a right tackle who was originally left on that side for 1 year, then you transition and get a right tackle next year. I think that's going to be the question in the room. To me personally, I think getting Tyron for just a year will be okay. I mean, as much talent you see in the tackle group, man, I don't know.
I mean,
it's kind of right
now. I prefer to pick up Mekhi on the right side and then draft a left tackle with this second round pick.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I mean, that could.
He'll still be next on experienced guard.
I really wouldn't mind doing that. If you can possibly trade for Mekhi Becton and put him on the right side, I'll live with that. And then you draft your left tackle, and then throughout the draft you beef up the interior. Just in case Arrigetti's not that good. You have somebody you can fall back on as a guard in this class. So, and who knows? One thing is with getting that center, it shows you how they feel about Ricky Stromberg a little bit. Maybe they feel like they can put him at guard.
Maybe he can be like guard depth.
Maybe they can put him at left guard. And,
he did play solid at guard when he did play last year before he got hurt. So maybe they saw that little bit of tape and that was enough with him. He can be a good depth piece.
It's just still, that's the small sample size you got of him, and then you don't even know anything about Braden Daniels. Like, they basically just erase him from existence. So it's kind of not ringing.
I think he may end up getting cut at the end of the summer.
He and rightfully so. He could be cut, but it's not ringing well for that draft class we just had in terms of the offensive lineman. We were trying to fix the O-line.
That's definitely
especially for Stromberg pick.
Yeah. Ricky's 6'4", 313. I'll slide him at guard. He's pretty good at run blocking. He can get to the second. Is he an athletic type of lineman? No, but I'd move him at guard. I'm saying we need all the help we can get at that in that group. So it's a long way to go. Adam Peters has done a pretty good job at addressing some of these holes, and they're on really good contracts. Really
Very
good
smart.
contracts. And all those contracts do not have high cap hits. So, you know, never know.
Look, that's what having a good front office looks like for once. But moving forward, there's one position that we still have questions about on the opposite side of the ball. What do we do at corner? There's been a lot of talks about Kendall Fuller not being back no more. What do we do at corner? Do you think Juice takes that next big step? How do you see Forbes playing? Do you think if they get another corner, Forbes bounces to the slot? What do they do at that second corner position? Because we don't have a second corner at the moment. Do we do we get one in round 3? And if there's an offensive weapon available in round 2, or do you wait for that offensive weapon to bounce in round 3?
You
If you
you
still
you
need a second corner, or is there one out that y'all
you
still wouldn't
know
mind being that second
you
corner?
know what I wouldn't mind doing? Signing Stephon Gilmore for 1 year, and you draft a corner. You draft a corner that fits what you want to do defensively. So you bring in Gilmore. You got Forbes, Quan Martin's in the slot. You draft a rookie, let's say in the 3rd round, or if a corner falls in the 2nd that you really, really like, you take them. So, and this corner class, there's some guys like TJ Tampa, Kamari Lassiter, Max Melton. You got Ennis Rakestraw, Kyrie Jackson. There's some corners in this class, but you gotta get the right DB that fits.
It's the scheme.
Yes, and they're gonna. And I have no issues with this coaching side, the defensive side of them, getting the best out of these guys. So
For me, I will pick up Gilmore, and then I will for the rookie in the 3rd round. If we get an offensive weapon with that second round pick, whether that be tight end or big body receiver, first pick in the 3rd round. If he's still there, bring me Kyrie Jackson, because I don't believe TJ Tampa makes it to the 3rd round. And I think Max Melton has bumped himself up to the late 2nd round, unless we move up to get him. Because I like Max too.
Yeah. So I could see, talks about trying to bring Stephon Gilmore. Also know they're interested in Jordan Lewis, other Cowboys corner. But I think the beauty of this situation is you sign 12 guys, and a lot of them look like they're going to be key contributors to help out the team, and you're building through the draft. I think it opens up a little bit of options with at 36 and 40. And I wouldn't be shocked if, a corner that is possibly had a 1st-round grade, or they highly regarded by Joe Witt and them, they can go out there and snatch. And some of the names Caleb mentioned, they go out there and take it because he's one of the best players available. I think that's going to be a huge indication of where they go, because lately we've been going on by needs. We don't go by who's the best player on that board. They try to tell us they're the best player, but clearly we've seen in the past couple of drafts, we've seen the Darryl Sauls. We got away from the some of the Kyle Hamilton, traded back, and Jahan, he's a good player, but what we've seen from Kyle Hamilton so far, he's been balling out in Baltimore. So I think that's going to be what this team is doing. They're going to try to go get the best player, whoever that spot, not just needs.
Yes, another thing is also good with this front office that people keep forgetting, thinking it's just the Adam Peters show, and it's not. And I think the new work is helping out with this as well. He got a few connections. I think he flashed. You saw what he did with the Detroit's draft, and I think with him being able to do that in the earlier part of the draft, and then Peters is one that helps get the talent in the later parts of the draft. I think that marriage could help us as well.
That's a good point, Kayla. I definitely forgot about his presence. He's in that room with a young guy to Peters, and they balling so far, man. With the 12 signings we have seen, can't wait to see what's next in store.
Justin Simmons and the Titans are linked to each other. The Titans are trying to get him. That's somebody who I would. That's somebody who I would want, but a little too expensive.
Yeah. At least the Eagles didn't get him. So anything. So what is another? So we've already said that any. So I would like Mekhi Becton and Gilmore. Any other player you think we may pick up, or is there a player on this roster that you think that we would still keep before we talk about free agency as a whole about from the NFL?
A player on this roster that we keep?
Yes, that's on the bubble. Before we talk about the NFL free agency altogether.
Oh no, 24%. 24% of this roster right now is a little bit of free agents. So
there's not one guy. I'll say Curtis Samuel. That's one guy I hope they do try to work something out with if he didn't work anything out with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Guy I would keep.
Can't really think of nobody.
Try to work things out with Kendall.
I think Ben Stanley, because John Collins said he's more than likely that he's gone.
Yeah.
Curtis Samuel, I like him, but like I told y'all, the 100th.
Go ahead, say it.
The 100th million time, we need a receiver over 6 foot. Okay.
That's why we getting that with that second pick in the second round. We getting that offensive weapon. Tackle with the first pick, offensive weapon with that second pick.
Not necessarily true. It's whoever's best on the board.
Yeah, they're gonna draft blue chip, like whoever they feel like is the most impactful player, they're gonna draft. So
good idea. It's always who's the best right there.
Rather that be
like options are being, who could that be? I don't know. We're not in April right now, but I just think, some of the moves we made so far, it kind of opens up a little bit. We still got some work to do, especially offensive line, the defensive back room, and perhaps wide receiver. I think they're going to sign a vet, to add a camp body then and there to help in the room. Because right now, if they don't re-sign Curtis, it's going to look bleak. You got to have somebody, because I'm not putting my trust all in De'Ami Brown. And I think that's why the options for 36 and 40
that ship has sailed. And I tried to last season. Before last season, I tried to actually put my faith in him. Said hopefully he has a bounce back season. He got a new wide receiver coach. They wasn't using him right, but absolutely not. They gave him opportunities. Still was dropping balls. Still wasn't finishing routes. So that ship for me has sailed.
And I'm not even going to say they use it right. Sometimes, man, you just a jag, man. You just a guy.
Yeah.
Just a guy. What I would like to see, I could see Curtis coming back, but I wouldn't be like crazy if like, oh my God, he signed with somewhere else and someone offer him a bigger bag. But I do think they need to figure out a wide receiver room, at least add a guy for like a 1 year to add to the room, and then draft somebody of high upside on day 2 and 3.
Definitely true.
Yeah, Johnny Wilson, Commander.
I can see him getting with that second pick.
No, not the second round.
The Florida State wide receiver. I know what you're talking about. The one later in the draft. I know which one you're talking about. I'm thinking about the other Wilson. My bad.
No.
My bad. I'm thinking about Peyton Wilson, the linebacker. Total different. But
but I don't
think we're getting him.
I don't know if they're gonna go for linebacker. I mean, they could still. Peyton Wilson would. That fits right into what.
You think he'll be there with our first third round pick?
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Hopefully, yeah. Depending on how teams viewed that injury that he had, those injuries he had. But that combine sparked some things, and the pro day also sparked things. So moving forward, so this week free agency officially starts tomorrow, but tampering period started yesterday. Let's just talk about free agency as a whole. Any team, who are your teams who's actually gotten better? And then what's the team you think who's actually gotten worse so far? Whether that be not doing nothing, losing key pieces, and then what's the team you think has gotten better?
Um, the Texans are a little scary. Texans are a little
Mm-hmm.
scary. That just goes to show you how a quarterback can just have a front office be like, we're going not going all in, but we're going to invest heavily because they believe in CJ Stroud. So, and they still got money to spend. They're still top five in cap space, so they got money to spend. Just listening to a Cowboys space today while I was working. Ooh, they are upset. They only have 2.2 million in cap space.
Dang,
So
that's tough.
the yeah and keep in mind, DT. Listen, they didn't re-sign CD.
Yep.
Micah doesn't have a long-term deal. Dak doesn't have a long-term deal. I mean, they signed Trayvon Diggs. Um, the way they use, I don't know what they're doing. Like Jerry could just be like, "F it, whatever happens, happens."
But
Like I
Jerry
said,
said himself they're going all in. Like he literally said that like last week that they're going all in this year. Everything's on the table. They're leaving it all out. This Super Bowl year.
yeah. Well, Jerry says that every damn year, and every Cowboys fan say the same thing. So look,
That's not
like,
even that's not surprising at this point. But I think they're definitely in trouble anytime somebody's kind of out your price range. Like you ain't got no food stamps, man. You ain't got no
They
food
couldn't even
stamps.
afford a
they
Zach
don't have any
Moss.
money.
They couldn't even
They
afford a Zach Moss at running back. They could have at least tried to get Gibson. He wasn't that expensive.
please have Antonio Gibson be an every down back, please. Yes, please,
They couldn't
please
even
do that.
afford him.
Please do that.
So speaking of the East, what do y'all think about what Philadelphia has done? I mean, they got Saquon Barkley.
Philly doing Philly things. Philly doing Philly things, and they piss me off every year. For some reason, somehow, they always have some type of money where they can get somebody, an impact player. So that Saquon signing is going to be a little annoying twice a year. I seen somebody on the app say, "Oh, that smells like DeMarco Murray to me." Yeah, I remember what happened with that.
Look what Christian McCaffrey just did. Left is pretty much the same situation with the Panthers. Everybody talked about his injury history. Then he went to the then he went to the 49ers. Cal used him correctly. He basically
Yeah,
turned into a beast.
yeah. I mean,
But
everything
another
else is. Go ahead, Kayla. Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was saying everything else. I mean, Philly doing Philly things. They're going to be fine regardless. Giants, the Brian Burns trade. The Panthers are idiots. They are dysfunctional. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's looking at this, we are no longer the worst front office in the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, is the Panthers. They are terrible. They do not know what they're
They
doing.
just picked up a receiver. They just picked up Deontay Johnson. They give him
Ooh,
Bryce some help.
The
Deontay.
famous quote:
But
"Winning
another
covers."
team covers losing our cover is definitely true. But
Famous quote, man.
another team that actually has been surprising me as well, another young team that I say has two teams actually, one that's been good and one that's been bad so far, still early on, still a long time to go. But one, the Packers, I think they actually showed they're believing in Jordan Love. They got him a running back pretty much a little bit better, I would say, than Aaron Jones, a little bit younger. Aaron Jones have some better qualities than Jacobs, but I think overall Jacobs is better than Aaron Jones. And then also they got them another safety, which they needed help in their secondary, which securing Xavier McKinney, which actually helps them as well as they also still got that good front. So I think that's a team that they'll add another piece in the draft. Is building young. I think they add another receiver. They still got a little money, so I think they have impressed me. And then a team that hasn't really done too much for me that I was expecting a little bit more from. would actually be the Seattle Seahawks. They got a new coach. I was expecting them to do a little bit more. I don't know too much about their actual standings money wise, but I was expecting them to make some type of splash. Some players from the Ravens going back there. I was expecting like a Patrick Queen to reunite, a Geno Stone to reunite, somebody from the Ravens, maybe a Gus to reunite over there. But then none of that happened. They pretty much hasn't picked up anybody. They've lost a few people. I want to see what they do in the offseason. They got a good young nucleus, but I just want to see what they do moving forward within these last few days of free agency, because they really haven't done too much to me to better their team.
I'm surprised nobody has said Miami. Like, Miami is at an exodus of the amount of players they have lost. Like,
don't got no cap space. Don't got no.
I understand that, but still, like they look bad right now. Like, they ain't got nobody.
You don't got no damn cap space, and they got to re-sign Tua. And then
would you do it?
My God. Do what?
Re-sign Tua?
Oh, re-sign Tua if I'm Miami?
Yeah.
I always say the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So they can lose Tua and be in QB hell for years.
But what if they get Dak next year? What if Dak doesn't work things out with Dallas? Dak goes to Miami. That'd be hilarious. It's not going to happen, but you never know. You never know.
That'll be crazy. I mean, I don't know if I would. Maybe not, but I don't know.
And I don't think all that is like Tua's fault. I think sometimes the coaching could be a little bit better in certain situations, but I mean, I think that's really just a plug and play system. Like, you get somebody with a little bit. If Michael Penix is there, I think he's going to put up gaudy numbers.
I can see that, but they still got Skylar Thompson behind him, right?
And then they got to pay Jalen Waddle.
I forgot about Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
What year he came out? 2021 or 2020?
I don't know, but I just know they got to pay.
Well, he came out with Devontae, I think.
A big question: where does T. Higgins end up? Where do y'all think T. Higgins end up? I said the Titans.
Titans obvious because of the OC, but
that's
I think some.
If he wants money, he gets paid with familiarity with a younger quarterback.
I would want him over here. I'm not gonna lie. But they're not trading a second for him. I'd take T. Higgins and I'd pay him $25 million. You got T. Higgins and Terry and Jahan. Then you can rotate that around a little bit.
That'd be nice.
I like that. It's a nice security blanket for a young QB. Huge catch radius. Man, I would want that. Oh, I would want that. But that's something that we would probably do next year.
Yep.
Depending on how the season goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want to say Carolina should be interesting because they need to do everything can to help Bryce and stuff. But I could also see who else out there really need a wide receiver.
It'd be nasty if T. Higgins went to the Steelers. T. Higgins could go to the Giants. The thing about the Giants.
How much money do the Giants have left after that contract with Burns? They have to pay him too.
They got a good. They got a pretty decent.
I want to hear your Giants explanation because I was about to say something about that.
That Brian Burns is going to be annoying to deal with. Very annoying. Really good pass rusher, decent against the run. The contract, $30 million. It's a lot of money. I think the last time I saw it, the way they structured it was pretty good. $30 million is a lot. So you better perform like you're a top 5 edge rusher. You're getting paid the same amount of money as TJ Watt, close to Myles Garrett. You need to perform. The only thing is, my thing with the Giants is I don't know if these are moves to just cover some issues, I don't see them going all in per se.
Yeah, they're
Yeah. I don't see this going as a, all in type of thing, but that the D line is going that that could be a problem.
and I can see them picking up JJ McCarthy.
That's nasty. On the sixth pick of the draft,
They've been linked to him.
yeah, but they got Drew Lock, so
Drew Lock can start the year, give him a little few games, and then
Daniel Jones is going to get pushed to the side eventually.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be fully healthy to start the season anyway, regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate what the Giants did with Brian Burns because I'd want him, but that's a lot of money, man.
But I do like they did pick up one guard that I like. I think it's
talking about John Runyon from the Packers. They picked up a guard from the Packers.
It was somebody from the Packers.
Or the tackle. You're talking about the tackle from the Raiders.
The tackle.
The right tackle from the Raiders. Yeah,
he's a solid piece with them.
Yeah, they may put Evan Neal at guard, but I mean, I'd want Burns DT, but we're not in a position to be spending a lot of money on edge. Like I said, hey, Pro said it best. I'd take I'd take Gilly on this team, and I'd draft a young corner. Give Gilmore give Gilmore a 1 year deal. Give Gilmore a 1 year deal, $10 million. If you can get Tre'Davious White, he's still out there, but
nope. He's going to start the year on a pup list.
Hold on.
He's going to start the year on a pup list.
He is?
I'll take Gilmore.
Yes, he had his Achilles injury late in the season. Okay. I'm perfectly cool on him. Love the talent. He had one ACL, one Achilles. I'm perfectly fine on him. And that last injury was late in the season.
Like I said, I take Gilly, 1 year deal. Take Gilly, draft the rookie DB. Simple as that. And then you let Gilly go and you insert the rookie DB as time goes on. Hopefully, Emmanuel Forbes can pick up. Oh man, we should have had Christian Gonzalez on this team.
He wouldn't have been used right.
It doesn't matter.
Well, our new front office would have used him right. That's what I said. This new front office would have used him right. This new coaching staff would have used him right.
No, it doesn't matter, Kayla. It's the principle of the situation.
You really can't say that because so I understand a lot of players haven't been used right. But there are some players we know in the league, they can overcome bad coaching.
But a high school coach as your NFL coach, you're really going to grow and develop.
They can overcome it. I have seen
Kayla,
Cam Newton overcome the bad coaching with Ron Rivera for multiple years, and he's the main reason why Ron Rivera was still coaching in the National Football League.
Kayla, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but this is my point. My point is you do the right thing and you pick the best player available. If he wasn't used correctly, sure, but he was supposed to be the pick. And they whiffed on that. So regardless.
We know he would have never been a pick. The way that conversation went in the car with Ron, he was never going to pick up Gonzalez. Even though we wanted him, we knew that was never.
And Ron was the one making decisions. That's what I made you say.
Conrad said,
that's why I made you still here. I ain't made that decision. Ron said that. Mayhew said, I ain't say that. Ron said, let's get four. I was cool with Gonzalez.
We gotta let Ron enjoy his little ESPN career. He's over there as an analyst now.
Man, I think Ford's gonna be good, but I think Ford's gonna be good, man. But it's just, there's a lot of guys we should have drafted at that spot, and you gotta reach now. You gotta
at that spot, just in general.
Yeah, just in general, but like. That stuff over now. Hopefully, the new coaching can elevate the guys around them, and we get the best out of these guys on this team right now. But just to sum it up for the East, I think we have done good in the East. Obviously, the Eagles have done some things. The Giants, very questionable. I don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. Drew Lock might play like maybe 6 to 7 games this year, or
Isaiah McKenzie.
Isaiah McKenzie, that's
They
not
signed
impressive.
Singletary to replace Saquon.
Okay, that's okay. I mean, he 800, 700 yards, but still, I mean, they're going to have all these slot wide receivers like they did last year, going to cut almost 9 of them.
Just like they told me last year, well, he probably wasn't do this right, but Hyatt was going to be good. They told me Paris Campbell was going to be great. You know, I wonder.
Yeah. Hold your point. Hold your point right there. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Giants fans. Y'all ruined Paris. Y'all ruined Paris, bro. Y'all ruined Paris Campbell. That man is averaging 4.2 yards per reception. That is running back yards per game. Bro. That is nasty. Nasty, bro. You ruined his career. Hot point. Disgusting. I'm done. You go ahead on Caleb.
Yeah, Cowboys are in shambles. They're in shambles. Yeah, oh yeah. Did y'all see the report about Dak and that case he got?
I'm so happy we're past all of that stuff. So happy we don't have to do none of that stuff anymore.
Woman, was something about a woman?
Sexual assaults.
Oh.
Trey Lance 2024.
You ain't know that, did you? Yeah. Said on the radio show 105.3 The Fan, they have not ruled out a criminal investigation occurring against Dak Prescott for an alleged sexual assault.
Dang.
Ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching, we are no longer the worst front office in the NFL. That's all I got to say.
It feels so good. Feels so good, man.
We don't got to worry about drama. You don't got to worry about just focus on football. We chilling. We making our signs. We chilling. So, pretty good day. Pretty solid day. Adam Peters is doing. He's doing what he promised, and he's going to keep doing that. So.
Yeah, that's what's up. So let's go back and touch on some of the free agent signings we got. So if you wanted to rank your top 5 free agent signings you've seen so far, what would your list consist of?
The top 5?
Yeah. I know it's 12, but I want your top 5 key guys you think that's going to help during the season.
Luvu, Biadic, Armstrong, and Chen. That's 4? I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4. You know what? I'm gonna say Eckler, and the only reason why I'm saying Eckler, for all these people trying to troll me on this app about Austin Eckler, we know he's old. Okay, we know he's old. He's not Eckler 3 years ago. We're not asking him to play every down. We are asking him to be there on third downs. That's it. We need you to be a receiving back. Maybe occasionally run between the tackles a little bit. No, he's not going to be the every down back. And in the red zone, him and Brian Robinson can be used in certain packages.
And don't forget about Rodriguez.
Yeah, you got him too. We got 2 strong backs, and we got a receiving back.
The only thing with Eckler, he just got to fix his fumbling problem because he actually fumbled a little more than Gibson.
But the thing is with that, it's the more carries he gets, the more he's susceptible to fumble. Same thing with Gibby. The only thing with Eckler, I feel like he has better vision.
Yeah, he's definitely better than Gibson. His eyes are definitely better.
Gibson is not good between the tackles. However, I like Gibby when it comes to him being as a receiver, coming out the backfield. Like you put him on a wheel route. That's something that I'd like for us to have, but just because we got Eckler don't mean we're not going to get a running back in the draft.
Yeah, I like the speedy running back. His name is Guadalmalo. Starts with the G. Later round pick. He was pretty fast at the combine. I looked a little bit at his tape. He is a burst of energy in the backfield, like speedy back. And then with Gibson, I'm just happy he got in free agency. I'm just happy that a team did value him because I didn't think he would be picked up so early. I hope he does well in New England along with Brissett. I know they would probably use him to be the bridge guy, probably for Drake May. I think that's the direction they go and use Brissett to be the bridge guy, which I think is smart. But I do hope they do use Gibson in the passing game in New England. And shout out to Gibson, former known as Gibby. But yeah, hope they use him in the pass game more in New England.
Yeah, so my top 5, I'm gonna go Frank Avulu, Jeremy Chin, Armstrong, Biotic, and I'm gonna throw. That's it. I'll throw Eckler in there. And the main reason I said that is I think the 2 additions from Carolina, I think they're the ones that's kind of bring a spark to this fan base based on the stuff they're able to do. Versatility. Now, of course, we're not going to say position flex, right? We're not going to say position flex here. But these guys are very versatile in what they do. Frank, he's able to rush the passer. He's able to play multiple positions at linebacker. Not really the Micah Parsons, but there are some similar things I can see that Dan Quinn and Joe Witt want to use with him. And Jeremy Chin, obviously, this is a guy talented. He was runner-up to Defensive Rookie of the Year to Chase Young, and lately he's kind of been injured a lot, also underutilized. He wasn't a right fit for the defense in Carolina. I think those 2 additions right there, they can help transform this defense and make it very violent. Then Armstrong, he's coming from Dallas, 16 sacks in 2 years, adds some pass rush. Biotic, I said his importance. I understand. Of course, Cowboys fans are going to say he's not what you think he is. He's trash because obviously they had Travis Fredericks.
He's not trash.
They're just coping. They are just coping.
Yeah. I understand.
He's literally 4th in pressure rate allowed as a center. He's not terrible. Is he great at pass blocking? Pass blocking? No, but he's really good at run blocking. Like he doesn't like his pressure rate allowed is behind Creed Humphrey, Josh Myers, Ryan Kelly. It's on the same rate as Tyler Linderbaum. He doesn't give up a lot of consistent pressure. Granted, he has Zach Martin next to him, who's an all-pro guard. I mean, I'm not saying Cosme's an all-pro, but Cosme was really one of the best guards last year. He had a really good season. So he's not trash. He's better than Nick Gates, I tell you that. He's a veteran center. And I was just listening to Locked On Commanders. They had somebody from the Locked On Cowboys, the same type of company. He said Tyler helped Dak a lot throughout the time he was here, setting up the protection, the offense. He helped him.
He stays healthy too, and that's what I want for this. Yeah. He's durable, very durable.
So, is he elite? No, but it's not trash. It's not trash. And it's
what we had.
It's a cheap deal. It's like $11 million. It's $11 million. You guys like we paying this dude like 15. It's $11 million. All these guys that we bringing in, they're like 11, 10 million, 1-year deals. Not high cap hits. I love this.
Jump down, Andre. I can't hear you.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, I definitely see your point. Also, I think the big thing with Biotis is, like you said, he helped Dak Prescott. He's going to be helping whoever's the quarterback at number 2 transition into the NFL. And I did not want to go rookie center with a rookie quarterback. I really wanted a veteran who understands what they're supposed to be doing to help out the young guy at quarterback. And the last guy, who did I say was my 5th guy? I forgot.
4th, you said Armstrong.
Oh no, I said Eckler. Eckler, like, yeah, I wasn't really crazy about getting Eckler. Like, I like him. You know, we know what he is when he's healthy. Me personally, I prefer to get running backs in the draft, get them like day 3, 4th, 5th, 6th round, and develop them like that. There's a couple of running backs I like. I still think they'll probably add a back or so, but you know, he's a veteran that can help with the pass protection as well. I think that's a key thing as well. You get a rookie quarterback, he's got to understand some of the blocking schemes, some of the protections you need to call. Eckler is going to be that guy that's going to help him out, and also as a check down often when they're going through this transition on offense. So those are the 5 guys I think is going to have a great impact on the season, and I can't wait. One thing I will say, Orange mentioned, I know we're all not crazy about him, but Zach Ertz, he got just enough in the tank, but I still think they need to add a veteran tight end. Another veteran tight end draft one.
What do y'all think? Do you think John Bates will be a veteran at this state as a blocking tight end?
No, he's a good. I
like Bates too, but I'm saying, like, I will add another veteran
to go with, but I don't think we need another vet.
He's a good block. I mean, I'm gonna lie, DT. I'm with Kayla on this. I think that Zach Ertz thing is fine for now. And you draft a tight end. You draft Theo Johnson. Go with that. It's already.
But this is what I want to say though, and it has to be true. Tight ends, they take a while. So I understand, you know, we saw last year, we saw Laporta, we saw Michael Mayer and stuff like that. And that position, it just takes a while to transition in NFL. So we draft this tight end. I don't want people thinking, you know, hey, this guy, he's going to put up the same numbers and stuff. Let's try to calm down the expectations, because this is going to be a transition thing. I'm okay with a tight end by committee approach this year. You can still draft a tight end and develop him, and he could be the tight end one next year.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could. I mean, if they add one, they add one. So, but the tight end room is very full right now. You got 3 active guys already on the roster, really 4. Then you just added Ertz. So 2 of those tight ends are going to get cut come the training camp.
I think Rodgers is gone. I do want to see what Cole Turner has. We really never seen.
Y'all always waiting to see. Y'all always say, "Oh, I want to see what Cole Turner got." I don't know.
I just want to see him in a red zone. Like he was solid.
No, Kayla, we say this every week.
Okay.
We say this almost about every player. I want to see this person and this. I want to see this person do that. No, I get it, Kayla. I get it. Let me sympathize with you. I get it. I understand. But for me, at this point, I don't give a damn. Just give me somebody.
Yep.
Give me somebody.
I still want our rookie to have more production than him, but I do want to see him put a little bit. That's it. Just give a little bit. But moving forward, any last news? Any surprise candidates still on the board before we close out? Just surprise people you thought would have been on by now.
So when do y'all find the free agents that are still up there? Good. Okay, good.
I still want a rookie tight end.
Yeah.
Well, Cole's.
Yeah, like Cole Turner's cool, but like
I was talking about like the 4th string. I just want to see.
I don't really care.
You could be tight end full.
Hey,
that's it.
Tight end.
Tight end full.
Yeah, DC, if you can find the remaining free agents that are still on the board, I don't.
If not, we just move.
I mean, let's see.
We'll find it for another show.
Yeah.
That's going to
All
take me
right,
a
so we're
while.
going to go ahead and wrap things up. Free agency officially starts tomorrow. The official free agency starts tomorrow, where all contracts can be finalized. You may see what happened last year, where a player may have signed a contract and reneged on actual free agent day. You never know what happens in the NFL. But everything officially starts tomorrow. The teams are going to finish filling out their rosters. It's still the beginning of a long off season. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter, kpow0922. And don't forget, it's never the Eagles' time. Never the Giants' time. It's definitely never, ever the Cowboys' time. But it's always command time.
Well, you already know. You can follow me, your boy Caleb. CXLEBJXSTIN. Follow me. Talk about anything. I'll be on the app. Whatever. Sports. Stuff. It don't matter. Don't matter. We probably gonna have a space tonight, so we gonna be chilling every day like we always do on the app.
Yeah, you guys can follow me at D Cleveland Jr. That is my personal Twitter page. Also follow me at Darius Ricks. That is the Ins and Out of the podcast page. Dropped a couple episodes. Had a great interview with former Carolina Panther and Southampton High School offensive coordinator Xavier Scott. That video is trending in my area right now. But also catch me Thursday for Enters the Lab podcast as we recap the first week of free agency and much more coming up for other podcasts as well. But this is the end of the show. This is Command Time Podcast with Caleb, and your boy DT. We'll see you next week. As next episode, we're going to have a very special guest. So I suggest you guys stay tuned and keep up with us. This is Command Time with the crew. Y'all have a great night.
Got me feeling so free.